It's unbelievable how many seeds are in these things. Let's go up and break one open and spill out the seeds. What you see is little dust particles are the seeds. Hey, I didn't have any tobacco plants last year. I usually have somebody drops off some, but they didn't have any to drop by, so I had saved some seed pods from a couple years ago, so I'm gonna plant some seeds. Let's go look at the seed pods. I got them down in the cellar. Here we go. There's a big difference between a cellar and a basement. This is definitely a cellar. Here we got an old tobacco plant or two. It's got some of the seed pods on it. Inside of each one of these little bulbs, there's enough seeds to make plants enough to probably plant 10 acres. It's unbelievable how many seeds are in these things. Let's go up and break one open. See what it looks like. Now, these seeds are very, very tiny. I'm going to get a sheet of white paper to open these seed pods up on and show you. And you're not going to be planting each individual seed. You just kind of sow them with your fingertips. Let's set it up. Alright, these are, like I say, the seed pods. You can break them open. And trying to get them in frame and spill out the seeds. What you see is little dust particles are the seeds. There's I don't know how many thousand of them in each seed pod, but there's a bunch. Let me get these little pieces of the seed pod out the way. Yeah, they're pretty small. Very, very small. We're just going to sprinkle them in the soil and see what happens. All right. Now we got our seeds here. Just going to get some pinches of them and sprinkle them in this soil. That's probably too heavy. We'll thin them out after a while. I'm only doing this little area on this one side. Move them around a little bit. If we were really doing a real tobacco bed, it would be, the soil will have been prepared. We used to do that in February, and it'd be covered up with plastics, and you would get some liquid bromide gas and gas the soil to kill all the seeds of weeds and grass and stuff. And there, some of them might come up. And then you'd rake the ground carefully, and you had a little seeder you'd run over it, and I'll have to show you that sometime. If I can find where that seeder is, I'll show it to you. And then after you raked it and ran the seeder over it, then you had a roller, and you'd roll it down with a roller. Do it all by hand. I mean, it wasn't a seeder you pulled behind the tractor, and it wasn't a roller you pulled. It was just a little seeder. It's about maybe 2 feet wide with 6-inch round wheels on it that you put a little teeny packet of seeds in and go over several hundred yards of area. And you'd think you wasn't getting enough out there, and then it'd always be too thick. And anyway, after things come up, you pull the plastics off and put down cottons on them, and after they got a little bit of size to them, the leaves get to size of a silver dollar or something, you'd you'd gotta get a little bit bigger than that. You still leave the cottons on. It depends on what the weather is, and you take the cottons off and let the things grow. But anyway, still got some left here if anybody wants some. So they're available. I'll just set this in the sun and let nature take its course, see what comes up. Well, I looked all around out in the barns and tractor sheds and the old shop feed room, everywhere that we used to keep that cedar, and I asked the boys and they said it was in the front hall of the house. So when all else fails, look in the front hall. But that's not the one I'm looking for. That's when you drop the plant in. It's a hand planter. I'll have to show you that sometime too. Never did use it. That was before my time, but I'm trying to find a cedar. I'll find it. We're gonna look under the shed again. I'll take you with me this time. Man, we got so much old stuff. We would be insane if we don't open up a museum, or at least a restaurant like the Cracker Barrel, and have all this stuff hanging on the walls and whatnot. We got so daggone much old stuff. Antiques. Oh, I haven't even showed you what's up on top there. Where's the pickers when you need them? I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. Mayonnaise-en. Let me climb up a little bit. Happen to have a larder right here. Whoops. Man, we do have some stuff up top there. That's where that sawhorse is, over there. Great gravy grease grits. Yeah, we got a ton of stuff. Some antique tobacco hanging up there. Yep. I know it's there and I just can't see it. Got some good old hinges, barn hinges. Some barn doors made by a blacksmith. Some beams from out of the house when I remodeled. Some wooden beams there. I gotta go up on top and scratch around, I guess. Now, the thing that disturbs me is I had a John Deere pedal tractor up here one time. I don't see it now. Somebody else must have saw it and decided it would belong to them. Hope not, but dogged if I can see that thing. I'll have to find it sometime one day, and I'll show it to you then. It ain't gonna be on this video. What do you think's in there, Snoopy? Huh?